Well, my name is Angus Vieira. I am among other things, a poet and writer of mystery novels, mystery noir, I call it. I've written actually two mysteries in this series, and I'm working on the third, but only one is available in trade paperback. The other one's only an ebook. And this is the first one, and it's available from Amazon and from my website, www.murderbyangus.com. And the poetry book was published in 1995. Most of the poems in it were written much earlier than that, in the 70s and 80s, and short lyric poetry. All right, well, so I was kind of forced to retire from being a merchant marine, a marine engineer, when I was about 7 years ago. I was about 60, but my knees and ankles just wouldn't take the pounding anymore. Up and down the steel ladders and steel deck plates of engine rooms. So I got the idea, well, a long time ago I read a book called Brothels of Nevada. And I thought, that's what I'll do. I'll go and write a nonfiction travel guide to the brothels of Nevada. I got a prospectus together, wrote it out. I was going to talk to all the girls and the owners and just get a bunch of stories. It would be part Studs Terkel working girls instead of working, and part travel guide. Horny men just wanting to travel around and visit the brothels. Well, I got about 3/4 of the way through that trip. There are 24 legalized brothels in Nevada then, all told, all over the state. And I was about, probably driven about 400 miles, visited more than half of them, when I slowly came to the conclusion the brothel owners did not give a shit about advertising and weren't being particularly encouraging. So I had the idea I would turn the book, because various other things that had happened, including me meeting a lady who took me with her when she went to try and win an amateur strip club, and later became a very good friend of mine, and a very interesting, very brave lady. Anyway, I combined all those elements and called up Wally Lane from a parking lot of a motel in Elko, Nevada, and said, Wally, I have an idea for a murder mystery. Instead of, I was going to call the travel guide Lust on a two-lane road, I called the murder mystery Murder on a Two-Lane Road, and wrote it. And it starts out in Seattle. It starts out at an amateur strip club, or an amateur contest for a strip club, and ends up, after several bodies and gunfights, etc., in the denouement is in a brothel in Nevada. I don't want to give too much away.
Could I ask you, I don't want to give too much away there, so I've got to be careful with my questions, but talk about the scenes used in the book, the places. Are they fictional, or are they totally...
No, in this book, the first one especially, you can visit all the brothels. You can visit the bars. You can visit the bars like the Central Saloon in Seattle. Union Jack's in Portland, Oregon, a very famous strip club. Another strip club in Reno called, it was called It's called Diamond Dolls in those days, I believe. In this book, it's called Diamond Dolls. It's since changed its name. Brothels like the Wild Horse Ranch, the Wild Horse Ranch or the Wild Horse Resort. Inez is a dancing and diddling in Elko, Nevada. Sharon's brothel in it's in the book.
So basically, all the places, all the roads, all the bars are all real, and all the people are based on real people?
Yeah, most of the people are based on real. The stories told by the hookers and the strippers. Yeah, a lot of those are real. I just kind of grafted a murder mystery on around them, but there are stories of their lives and how they got into business and things like that. That's all real.
Mm-hmm.
So people who've read your book say it's a lot of fun, and they could almost use it as a travel guide, even though it's a murder mystery. So.
I have had people visit some of the bars and brothels in this book and give me back reports. Yeah, you could do it. And it has gotten a good reception from the relatively small number of people that have read it and liked it.
Well, I think everybody who's read it's liked it.
Yeah, actually. Now, one lady poet who isn't renowned for her sense of humor anymore, she hated it, but everybody else is like.